What is up, everybody? Dan Dasilva here from eCom Dudes. Really excited about this. Now, I actually have something for you. It's literally, I went out and did an interview with one of my good friends, Fred Lam. Now, if you don't know who Fred is, if you haven't heard of him just yet, he's somebody who went out there and did $20 million in sales in the e-com space so far, selling, a few items that I don't want to disclose. He didn't tell me I can disclose it just as of yet. But what I can tell you is this is actually pretty cool because he's getting over $2,000 average order value. For every order he gets, he's able to go ahead and turn that into $2,000, okay, for one person. Now, it's even cooler as I asked him, what's the 5 tips that you can give anybody getting started right now? A complete newbie, expert, whatever you are, whatever skill level, what can you tell us 5 tips to go out there and be able to go from nothing to $500 a day like that, like clockwork, like it's super easy. Why? Because he does this over and over and over again. So what I'm going to do is actually let you listen in on the interview that I did. I actually Skype called him. I said, okay, can we sit down? Can you give me the top 5 things you can tell me and my audience to really help them get started? And what he actually shared with us is pretty interesting. He moves out his campaigns to Google. But what I'm also going to be telling you right now is this video is great, but we went really in depth on the blog post that we created as well. So if you want to check that out, take a look into the description, the blog post that I myself collaborated with Fred on. You can go and check it out. It's on ecomdudes.com. So again, here's the interview. Enjoy it. These are the top 5 tips to go from nothing to $500 a day the fastest way possible with Shopify. I'll see you in just a few minutes.
All right, everybody. So we have Fred Lam here with us today, the person who's gone ahead and done over $20 million in his e-com career so far as of right now, and I know you're doing a lot more. So what I want you to do is just share with everybody the easiest and fastest way possible to $500 per day with Shopify. Just name them down, the top 5 things that you can go ahead and see every single time you create a store, what affects allowing you to go from nothing to thousands of dollars a day.
All right, so the first tip that I would have is find your golden products. Now, this is very important because right away, right now, when you are working directly with AliExpress, you have the ability to have access to over millions of products. Now, obviously, not all these products are going to sell, but what you wanted to do is to fine-tune and specifically look for several products that's going to sell well and scale that, which is on number 2, which is running Facebook ads first. Facebook ads is one of the fastest ways to actually start making a large amount of sales almost right away, and it gives you feedback almost instantly to tell you if that product's going to sell or not. So basically you're putting $5 in to really see if the product works or not, and if it does well in terms of your pixels and your conversions, then at that point you just want to raise your budget, and for you to actually hit $500 is actually not that hard. On tip number 3 is selling higher priced product. Now, if you are specifically selling a product that is only going to be $10, in order for you to actually make $500 a day, you would actually need 50 sales, right? However, if you are able to find a product that is selling for, let's say, $50, you really only need 10 sales. And 10 sales online isn't that hard at all. Tip number 4 is really increasing the perceived value of your product in order for you to actually sell at $50. So you don't go ahead and randomly find a product that may be out in the mall selling for 20 bucks and then you're selling for 50 bucks. That's going to be a little bit hard. But what you want to do is to make sure that your product has a lot of wants in there, making your audience, making your consumer absolutely want it, and making them think and feel that the product is worth $50. If you're able to accomplish these, making 10 sales a day is very, very easy. Now, my last tip is basically very simple. Once you're able to find a product that works on Facebook, simply just run search traffic to it. Because most likely, people on Facebook, they're just on there looking at their friends' profile, seeing what's going on. They're not really in a buying behavior mode. But if you're still able to convert those people into customers, then when you set up search ads, it will definitely work very, very well, only because anyone that is searching in the search engine, we call them hyperactive buyers. They just buy when they search for the specific things that they're looking at when they're putting in the search query. So that's the 5 steps if you really want to make $500 a day. is to look at that realm of things, selling higher priced products with a great perceived value and drive Facebook traffic and Google traffic to it, and there you go.
Thank you so much, Fred. So everybody who's watching this right now, if you want to learn more in depth and really go in depth into what Fred talked about, we have a blog post on ecomdudes.com that you can go ahead and read. And I'll also go ahead and share Fred's results on that same blog post, where you can see in just 2015 alone, what'd you do, like $12 million just with one single type of funnel? Is that the numbers that you did?
Yeah, we've done over $12 million, but not just in 2015 alone. It's a stretch a little bit of 2 years, I believe.
Okay, well, that's still really, really good. Now, something I also want you to just quickly talk about, and I always found this really amazing when you even told me about this, is that when you go to start heading into search traffic, you said it the best. You said that you actually have the order values, the average order values, the AOVs, to be upwards of $2,000 plus because number one, the perceived value, and number two, the buyer traffic is higher quality. So that's something I always thought was absolutely amazing. If you don't mind, maybe talk like 30 seconds to a minute about just a little bit more about search traffic, because I know a lot of people, that's new. That's a new thing. Everybody's used to Facebook, but search traffic is completely different and something that a lot of people, they're wondering about and wondering how they can tap into it very easily.
Well, one of the most important thing when it comes to search traffic is you gotta understand this. If you reflect back on when was the last time you did a Google search or even a Yahoo search or a Bing search, there's two reasons that you want to do a Google search. One is that you have a problem and you want to find a solution. The second is that you are already in market to buy a specific product and you're just doing a Google search to it to find more review. Now, obviously, number one, it doesn't really fit much to you guys because that's more of like service company, digital publishing, and all those other stuff. But the second point is the most important. If a person specifically go to the search engine and look for a survival backpack, and you have an ad that says, get this survival backpack for 50% off, what are the chances that the person is going to click on the ad and check out your product? Very high, right? Because they are already in market of wanting to buy that product, and all you have to do is to set up your campaigns correctly. Now, I say correctly is because a lot of people failed. Like over 90% of people that started with Google, Bing, and Yahoo failed only because the default setting, when you're setting it up, is not set up precisely well enough for you to maximize your traffic and lower your costs. So that is one of the most important things. If you're really looking into master search traffic, you really need to understand what is going on inside the network and how you set up the campaigns properly.
Awesome. Again, thanks so much, Fred, for coming out here and giving me your time. I know it's pretty hectic over there in your office right now. But again, thanks a bunch for coming out here and really explaining the 5 tips and talking a little bit about search traffic as well. So without any further ado, go ahead and head over to ecomdudes.com and just take a look at the blog post. It'll be in the description as well, where I went ahead and created something for you to read to see exactly what it takes to go from nothing to $500 a day or more, and exactly what Fred has been up to and his results following these 5 steps as well. So again, Fred, thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you guys.
Alrighty, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Myself and Fred had a great time together. We were literally chit-chatting for hours on end. And I said, you know what, you know so much, just put this on a video. And that's what we did with this video. So again, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you like this. Give me a thumbs up if you really enjoyed these top 5 tips. And also give me your feedback and what you want to see. I'm creating brand new content for the eCom Dudes channel, and I'm really excited about what we're rolling out because we're really harnessing and focusing in on how to make you money the fastest way possible with the new content that we're releasing. So again, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this and leave a comment on what you want to see, and we'll go ahead and create some content for you and really cater and help you out. So again, my name is Dan Dasilva. I'm the CEO of eCom Dudes. Go to ecomdudes.com. Check out the blog post. Even in the description, I'll link directly to it. And the second thing I want you to do is go ahead, if you're not part of the Academy just yet, take a look down below and take a look at the Academy as well if you're currently struggling with e-commerce and want to learn how to branch out to Facebook ads and learn how to use Google ads as well. So without any further ado, I hope you enjoyed this. My name is Dan Dasilva, CEO of eCom Dudes. Head over to ecomdudes.com right now. I'll see you there.